back with another video. I wanted to kind of address someone who commented on a video before. I'm not angry or bitter. In fact, I'm very thankful and I'm blessed and I appreciate their feedback on a video. But there are some folks in this world who, if you're not Catholic, you must be Protestant. That's an interesting thing, huh? Yeah, I don't think so. I will say right now, I am not a Protestant. And so one will say, oh, do you know what a Protestant is? Do you know what faith? So they're Lutheran, they're... Actually, let's talk about Lutheran 1 second. Really? Lutheran's just Catholic, okay? In disguise. Okay? Martin Luther never left the church. And he never wanted to not be a Catholic. Okay? He was excommunicated. He wanted to change things with it. He wanted to change a few things, so don't come with that. Episcopalians, again, Catholics in disguise. I'm only talking about the Catholics at the moment because I'm addressing a point. Now, this person assumed I'm a Protestant because of, everybody who's not Catholic is Protestant. I don't belong to any denomination, nor do I belong to a non-denomination, which has turned into its own denomination. Now remember, the Bible talks about local churches. It didn't talk about local denominations. Okay? It didn't talk about one big head church in charge of all the way down, Roman Catholicism. It didn't talk about the Southern Baptist Convention in charge of all of the Baptist churches, or I'm sorry, a lot of them are supposed to be independent, but they're kind of not. They didn't talk. God didn't talk about the Pentecostals and the Assemblies of Gods, all basically a chain. So please don't talk to me about being a Protestant. I'm not a Protestant, so I don't belong to any denomination. But that is the fault of some Catholics. Now, I'm not going to say all Catholics because I don't know all Catholics. I don't know every single one that's ever existed. But that's the theory that some have. If you don't agree with their beliefs, you must only be a Protestant. There's nothing else you can be. And they'll lump everything in. Lutheran, Episcopalian, Baptist, the Baptist as a whole, we get the independent, fundamental, and a bunch of those, and non-denominationals, etc., evangelical. And they want to say, who are you to judge Catholics? Well, you just judged, and you assumed that I was Protestant. So you made a judgment because of your preconditioning of who you, not who you are, the denomination of which you belong to. Because you were conditioned. And I will talk about that in another video about conditioning. Or maybe I'll touch upon it right now. You are conditioned as a child a certain way. And then you condition yourself. At some point you have to recondition yourself. It's just the way it is. Now, I guess I was a Protestant when I was growing up because I was a Pentecostal. Because my dad was a Pentecostal. He raised us to be a Pentecostal. And I stayed a Pentecostal for a little while. Until I decided to actually, stop listening to people telling me what the Bible says instead of reading what the Bible says. Big difference. Big difference. And I realized, after reading this Bible myself, there's some things I wasn't quite told or was misled or words were changed. I talked about that in other videos. So you are conditioned. It's just like Catholics. That's right, I said Catholics. I'm going to go with Catholics again because some people want to believe that I'm picking on them. So let's go for it. A lot of them grow up Catholic because their parents were Catholic. Like my wife's father was from Italy. He was a Catholic. That was the predominant thing then. His parents were Catholic, his parents were Catholics, and it just kind of went that way. Just like politics, you hear about people who were Democrats because their parents were Democrats, and Republicans because their parents were Republicans. It's that conditioning. At some point, you have to stop the conditioning and learn on your own. And some people say, oh, I have learned on my own. I learned all about my religion. Okay, you learn all about your religion. And then sometimes you learn about one you have learned to hate instead of really looking into it. Form a basis on really reading the Book of Mormons, which I'm not a Mormon. Read the Book of Mormons, read the Talmud, read the Torah, read a Catholic Bible, and there are different official versions of the Catholic Bible, and the Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah, that's another one. So you read all these versions, read them all. King James, the New King James, the NIV, the Living Translation, the Living Bible. There's so many out there. Stop following what you are conditioned to believe and step outside the realm of what you have known for 30 years and all that you've known for 30 years. You might be surprised when you decide to stop always listening to what you were told by your priest, your minister, your pastor, your rabbi, and learn on your own. You will be surprised. And if you want to still believe in what you believe in, that's fine. You get to make that choice. It's called free will. Make that choice. But don't argue something that you've been told since you were 3. That's a problem I have. No matter whether it be Catholics, whether it be Pentecostals, whether it be Jehovah's Witnesses, whether it be Baptists, whether it be Mormons. At some point, you've got to learn all of it and then make that informed decision. Don't keep going with what you were told. I've been down that road. I grew up in one way, the Assemblies of God. I don't mind admitting that. But then I stepped away and I had to learn everything else that I could. And then I made an informed decision of what did I really believe. Not what I was conditioned to believe, what I was told to believe, what I was led to believe, for what I do believe. My research. And the biggest research of all was my Bible. And I will say right now, the King James Bible. After reading as much as I could of everything else, now am I perfect and a genius in everything else? No, I'm not. Unlike some people in different faiths and denominations who give the airs that they're very high and mighty and they know all these things. I don't. I'm a simple, everyday kind of guy, living my life the best I can for God. So that is the end of my video. I appreciate your time. And as usual, keep living the dream. Keep loving your life. And seriously, keep praising the Lord every day. Thanks for your time. God bless.